night, just having a great time as well. How you guys all doing out there? You enjoying the show? You are, I would hope so. I'm having a great time. Let me see if my mic's in the right place. I got a cool, that's how they say it in New Jersey. I get a cool to make, a cool. I know, I pick on my landlord because he's from Jersey, but I do accents of different people because I interview people from all over the world. So I have fun and we try to imitate each other. But anybody can sound like a leprechaun. That would be me. That would be pretty easy. But yeah, we're going to give DJ iSizzle a call. We got to change the music up a little bit. Natalie Jean's coming in too to start things off. I got to grab DJ iSizzle's song because I love it. And then the man goes, and we're going to talk about it. I don't even want to tell you until I get him on. Just give me a second to go grab the song. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to type it in. It'll be easier. Get it in, baby. This guy's too cool. I mean, I've had some people do some cool stuff for me. This ain't the long one, though. Where's the long one? I'll find it anyways. But I've had some people do some cool, there it is, the drop. The Robert Rivers drop. I mean, DJ iSizzle just like went and did this like really quickly, like during the show or something. He's like a magician. So I want to give this guy a call. He's one of the coolest people. And he supported our station. I mean, you know, if it's $5, $1, $10, anything helps. And DJ iSizzle will even reach into his pocket to help out. So I respect this man. I have huge respect for DJ iSizzle. Let's give this man a ring. This is going to be fun. It's going to be a fun set, without a doubt. I love live and spontaneous. Don't you just love it?
How we doing?
DJ iSizzle. Hey, man, I'm in the pan. The bacon's cooking. It's not sizzling, but it is now because you're here, brother. Hey, can you turn your phone up a little bit? You sound a little low.
Yeah, how about that?
Way better. I got to be able to hear that cool voice of yours because, man, us DJs, we got big mouths. You know, we can't help it. That's what God made us that way. That's why if you're ever driving, if somebody's giving you a ride on a motorcycle, don't ever leave your mouth open like I did. Wasn't good. I won't tell you the rest of that story. I don't want people to leave. But how you doing, my brother? Are you sizzling?
Man.
Are you sizzling?
Man, I am sizzling, man. I want to say thank you so much for picking up the song. And, this last week has been amazing, man. Like the song is taking off. It's getting picked up by over a dozen radio stations. It's been getting picked up at clubs and bars in New York, United Kingdom. Working on getting it in a movie placement right now. So, man, I don't know. Maybe you're just good luck.
My son, I didn't want to interrupt you, but my son, Fayt, F-A-Y-T, forget all your troubles, of course, is what it stands for. I love his name for the band. He wants to do a song with you because he wants to take your song, the one you sent me, and add a rap right in the middle of it. He's just as good as any of the great white rappers you can possibly think of. Kid Rock, all of them. He's just so good. So.
I know. I love that song. I love this song, man. It's a great song.
Yeah, but Louis rapping more than that. He actually raps himself, and he heard your song, and he's like, I got to work with DJ iSizzle. Hey, DJ iSizzle, where are you from anyways? I'm just curious.
I'm from Seattle, Washington. Seattle, Washington.
I'm coming to visit you, man. You're cool. I mean, I don't know how you do it. I mean, it was like we were doing a show. You know, all the songs are going great. You were listening in. And then magically, you came up with that cool version with the promo in it. And it was like during the show, and you said, wait till you hear this. And then the next day I had it, and everybody was going crazy on me and went crazy. I didn't even get to play it till like 10:30 or something. It was 11 at night. I was like, I wanted to hear it. I was really, really, and I'm going to tell you something. Best promo ever since. And I've had good promos sent to me in 10 years, 11 years, excuse me. Going on 12, actually. Is it October? This is October, right? Wait a minute. Is it October? No, it's April. April. In April, it'll be 12 years. But that's a pretty good anniversary for DJing. But you just sent the most coolest. How did you do that? Did you just say, hey, I'm going to take a little break right here, and I'm going to run and make this for DJ Rob? How did you do that?
That's exactly what I did, man. I said, you know what? Let me get this man some promo because, like I say, you've been so nice and helpful, and man, I was like, it's the least I could do. The least I could do for you.
The least. You actually donated and you gave what you could, and that says a lot. And number two, you understand that it's not a money-grabbing thing. I'm just trying to survive like everybody else. We all are. And we got TV coming in. That's not cheap either. But I can't wait for TV because you know what, DJ iSizzle? We're going to do a DJ iSizzle show on TV, where you're going to be on one side, I'm going to be on the other. We're going to be talking about different DJs and stuff because you got personality, bro. I mean, you're one of them guys like Louie, my buddy Louie and Bill, and all them magicians with music that can take and make tracks. So cool. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you make that whole thing yourself?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely, man. If I don't know it, I got to research it and figure out how to do it,
I would go see DJ iSizzle live. I mean, how do you do that? Do you play other people's songs and then you can mix yours in? Because I just think that, if you go out to one of them dance clubs, and believe me, I love to dance. I'm a man, I know, guys. Don't think I'm this, but I wear cowboy boots. But I'll dance in any club. I don't care if it's your kind of genre club or a country club. I think yours is more of an alternative sound, and I love it. I love the fact that you can move to it, and I love to get it in on the station. That's one of them songs I crank it in my car, and I had my window rolled down today, and I was at one of the local stores, and I didn't know there was a lady coming out with her kids, and it's just like, gonna get it in, and I'm like, oh. They don't understand. It's about getting it in the music business, baby. That's what it's about. And you're just so cool, like me. I mean, I won't lie to anybody. I think I'm really cool. I think you're really cool. And how did you get your start in the first place doing the music, buddy?
Musically, I started DJing when I was about 13 and just kind of stuck with it. Yeah,
No
then I
way.
realized, man, I got to make some songs, you start understanding what people like and what they move to, and I said, man, let's do some music, see how it comes out. So
I can't wait to hear some new stuff. I want to work with you. I really do. There's a few artists I want to work with. If you come up with any tracks where you do part of it and you leave some of it empty, let me and my son fill it in because I can actually add you to my new record, which is all genres. It's the only genre I'm missing is a good hip hop, cool type of song. Let me fix this a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And when you write your stuff, where do you get your ideas from? You just like, hey, I love this beat, and okay, I'm going to write these words.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of varies. Sometimes the beat will talk to you when you're creating it,
That's
and then
cool.
sometimes you'll get somebody on the track and they'll know exactly what to say, or you kind of coach them a little bit and say, hey, let's make it like a party vibe, it's kind of.
Oh, I don't mean to interrupt you. Who's the young lady that sings in your song, too, because it's so cool? She's really good.
Oh, that's Girl X Highlight, and she is from West Africa, Nigeria.
Amazing. Oh, my heavens.
Yeah.
You know exactly who to work with and what to make happen and how to make the sounds good. How did you find her? Was she already in the track, or did you actually just say, hey, I made this track. Do you want to sing in it?
That's exactly what happened, man. I had heard a couple of her songs, and I was like, man, she'd be great for this song. She just kind of has that vibe, and she just killed it, man. She wrote it, sent it to me a couple of days later. She's like, I don't know, but I love it, and I was like, I love it too, man. This is perfect.
I definitely love it. I love the fact that you got that talent, that you can do that. And there's not many people that can actually do that. I mean, I can do that too. Now, like, for instance, and we don't have to worry because, you know, time is of the essence for my buddy DJ iSizzle. I don't rush. I love this guy. Um, uh, when you write your song, have you ever had this problem? Like, for instance, I was just talking about it last night with Pat. You know, when I had Pat on the station from his band, which I'll be playing later too. Um, but when you're writing songs, like I've had times when I was writing songs where I'd wake up in the middle of the night, or I could be in the shower, and I literally have to write it then. I don't care if I have to jump out or I'll forget it. Are you able to keep them in your head, or do you just write them right on the spot?
Man, I'm the same way, just like you, man. I got to stop right in the middle of doing something, or if it's 2 a.m. in the morning, I'm asleep. I wake up. I got to get up, write it down, put it down on something. You know, just do it right then and there.
Oh,
You know?
you're too cool. See what I'm talking about? We got a lot in common. And God only sends me the coolest people for a reason. And you get it. Now, can you tell everybody your age? Because you just look young in a good way.
Yeah, 27. 27 is where I'm at.
That's cool. Dude, I could have sworn you was like 20 because you're going to look young like me forever, dude. Come on. I'm 78. Do you think I look 78?
You know, not a day past, I don't know, what, like 38, 37? I mean,
Dude, I'm not 78. You really believe that? I love you. But I had to get you laughing at least once. I'm only 57, but I love it because you went along with it. Because I know we could do a show together. You ever think about acting, too? Because that was a pretty funny skit we just did.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, I've done a few movies. I've actually made a few movies that are on Prime and Tubi.
No, you didn't. Come on, I got to see them. Don't even get me going. You better, can you send that info to me? I got Prime, and I'd love to. I know I got some other artists that worked in movies on Prime, too, like Peebo Wilson, horror movies and stuff. But that's cool as heck, dude. You didn't tell me that.
Well, I try to be a little mysterious, you know, can't give away everything.
Yeah. Wait till we do the full interview with you because we could actually get away with it just with the one song. You know, I Get It In is one of them songs that'll stick in your head and you'll always love it because it gets you going. It gets you moving and it's just too cool. And I love the way you mix the music in. And now, did you do all the vocal work too? I mean, isn't that just like special effects?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the concept was basically like the hook would be about work, and then the verses would be about going out and playing, going out and partying, having fun. Then you go back to work, and then you go back out. And
I'd love to party. I'm going to party with you.
Yeah.
Definitely partying with DJ iSizzle. Listen, if I came to Seattle, Washington, could we record a song together in your studio?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. We'll do like a DJ set as well, and we'll have a great time.
Are you joking me? I would take care of you when I was down there, too, because I got a passport. I went to Canada. I went all the way to Ontario to visit Diane, and she actually worked with Madonna in like 98. She's amazing. Diane is a spiritualist. She taught me how to heal. She taught me how to use my psychic abilities because I'm intuitive. Are you intuitive at all?
I'm pretty intuitive. I mean, I'm sure you could give me something, you know, based on what Diana's taught you. You know, I'd love to get a few tips, you know, about it.
I definitely help you out. It's all good. It's all godly stuff. It's about using the powers inside of you to be able to make things work and actually attract things. Like when you wrote that song, you actually attracted the words to it because you planted the seed in your head. You said, I'm going to get it in. And you got it in, bro. I mean, that song, you got into the biggest station in the universe. And how did you do that? I still don't even know how me and you hooked up on the station. I'm pretty sure you sent me a page. I'm pretty sure it was you, DJ iSizzle. But would you hear about me or something, or did we meet by accident?
You know, I think I was, man, I'm trying to remember what I was. I know I found you through Facebook, and then I said I listened to the station. I was like, this is a really cool station, Star Power Radio, and I said, man, let me email this guy. You know, let me see what's going on. You know, and you know, you email stations, and you just don't know. Sometimes you hear back, and sometimes most of the time you don't. But when you do, I think you find the good people, and very fortunate to have.
That's the coolest story I've ever heard. And the coolest thing about it is when I seen you come on, I almost missed you because I get like 80 to 100. Sometimes I can't even count. The other day was like 1295, so that's 1,295 submissions. I'm not even close to being caught up with them. Yeah, just from people that want to get on. I'm trying to catch them up. It's so hard. And so when you popped on my Facebook, this is where the people get lucky. Sometimes they pop on my Facebook. And I did friend you because I always check real close because I've been hacked too many times. I looked at your DJ line, I looked at your timeline, and I says, wow, DJ iSizzle. And God just told me, friend him now. And you're talented, dude. I mean, right here. I got to give you this, and I know my mic's loud enough to hear it, but you're that talented, and this is why I can start off this cool set with mixed alternative music because of you and because of the song you made. I think your song is going to pop right into the top 75 quick because I got a lot of younger artists, and it's even getting requested by some of the older artists that actually are like me that love all genres of music. And I just think it's a cool song. I mean, if you listen closely, I'm not lying. It almost sounds like if you slipped a little bit and do like a sax in there and stuff, that could have been a 70s song. That's how good that is. You know what? When you go to one of them disco halls and you hear that music playing, it's like 20 minutes long, that would have been the song right there. Because nobody could stop dancing to something like that. Do you ever dance as well? I love dancing.
Yeah, you know what? I had a moment where I was at a Michael Jackson tribute show.
Get out of here!
They called me up on the stage.
No way.
I'm not good at Michael moves, but I did my thing. We got some cheering, we got the crowd going. So
that's what you want to do is your thing, and as long as you're moving, and come on, nobody can move like MJ. I would fall on my back probably. MJ was just the man. He was the man, and I'm glad you brought him up because I'm going to play a double play of him tonight too because MJ's the man, and you're the man. I mean, what made you want to do the type of music you do? You think?
It's really just about like positivity. I wanted to do something positive and give like a good party vibe.
It's such a positive song. It is positive.
Something a little bit like DJing this last summer, doing weddings and parties and stuff. I found like the stuff that wasn't vulgar or crude was the stuff that people were actually moving to. So I was like, well, let's get something similar. Let's see if I can start mixing that into the sets. So.
Dude, if I ever get remarried, and I'm still young, I'm 33 for life, even though I'm 57, and I'm single, I'll guarantee you I'm getting DJ iSizzle from the wedding, and I don't care what the price is, I'll make sure you're taken care of very well, and we'll have the helicopter pick you up. By then we'll have one. I think big. I think outside of the box. Don't you do the same thing?
Oh, absolutely. You have to. Yeah,
you can't win if you don't. You can't win if you don't. You got to think outside the box, and you got to get things moving. And now, when you get the big enchilada, and I'm talking about the big gold piece, when you hit the big time, and I know we will. Are you the type that would share with other musicians to help them too?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and that's, I'm sure you know this as well from music. It's once you put it out there, it's not really yours anymore. It's for the world to enjoy. So, absolutely, sharing it.
That's one of the coolest sayings ever. Well, you just said I should write down. Wow, dude. You, like I said, DJ, I said this the other night when I was talking to you. DJ iSizzle's taking over. I'm going to go to bed for a little while. Man, it's just too good. I'd have you on my earphones, I tell you what. Because you got a radio voice, and you know exactly what to say at the right time. Now, when we're going to hear some new stuff from DJ iSizzle? Because I know you got the talent.
Yeah, new stuff's coming. We're working on. It's probably gonna be about 7 to 9 songs, like an EP.
No way. That's what mine is. Mine is 7 to 9 songs. That's just weird. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Wow.
No worries at all. And we're gonna call it a sizzling hot party mix, and it'll be basically like a party mix, but songs that are, selected from the mix that we're gonna release as singles. So
I'm too excited.
probably a few months. I got to get it mixed and mastered still.
Take your time.
Still getting a couple more features.
You got to make it perfect, but I'm excited, and I'll keep playing you all the way until the sun don't shine. And you're just good, you could have your own show if you want. People would go to a show called DJ iSizzle. I would go to a show called. Matter of fact, that's what attracted me, because at first I looked at it and I said, "Wait a minute, what does that say? Is Zizzle?" And then even when I talked to you, I'm like, "The DJ is Zizzle," because it didn't even click in my head. And you're like, "Rob, it's iSizzle. Come on, really, dude. Right, serious blonde DJ, you stinking, dirty, rotten blonde DJ." No, but I tell you what, that's a cool name. I wish I would have thought of it a long time ago. I'm just kidding. all of a sudden, I become DJ iSizzle. DJ's like, "I'm going to go over there and kick Rob's ass right now." There's no doubt. Because I'm going to become DJ Rob. I'll show him. No, you're just fun. You're fun as heck to talk to. Now, we got some good songs coming up in the mix. I don't think you've heard Mission by Natalie Jean. She was number 1 in our top 75 greatest independent artist countdown show today. And this song just chipped away at the stone. See, the problem with my top 75 is there's no bad artists, so it's like having a bunch of, for somebody your age, I could probably say this, Seabiscuits. You remember the movie Seabiscuit? The horse was really good. It's like having a bunch of Seabiscuits that they're so good that it's hard to get, you don't move. It's like being in it's a quicksand. Because you're literally moving at a short pace because everybody is excellent. I should have threw a couple of crappy artists in to make it easier, but I just can't do that. For 11 years, I've only been playing the best. But what do you think of Star Power Radio, my friend?
Hey, man, when you want to discover the hottest independent artists from around the globe, there's only one DJ I trust. The number one DJ, The Robert Rivers Show, on WSPR 107.6, and streaming on starpowerradio.net.
You can record me any promos you want. You are good. This man's got the power. He's got the power. I think you do got the power. Listen, I got to get back to the show, but I'm playing you next. I say you stop on quite a bit. And let's say we set up a full interview for like next week where we can go for an hour and figure out some songs that you like. Do you want me to throw in there that are some of your favorite tunes that influenced you too, just for the heck of it? You know what I'm saying?
It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, we will have a blast. And I want the world to know what DJ iSizzle is all about. And if you want to work with him, wait till you hear the song. Because he's got a beautiful girl in there singing from Africa. I mean, that's just too cool to work. I love it because I work with people from all over the world, too. And you know exactly how to do it right. You're smart. That's why I thought if he's 20, he's a genius. But you're still pretty dang smart for 27, which is very young. Because that promo is no lightweight promo. It's like really cool. I mean, when you get into the scale of cool, you're talking about major cool. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, man. Well, I'm hanging out with the coolest DJ, so it helps.
You're the man. DJ iSizzle, we'll talk again. I'm definitely going to have to get you, if you're not busy sometime on the morning shows, they would love you. We'll talk about it. Let me know if you want to do a morning show together. It'll be DJ Rob and DJ iSizzle on the Rooster's Crow morning show. That would be cool, dude. We could do some funny stuff. I know you probably work, too, and you got all this stuff, but if you get a chance to do one, because I want to record as much stuff for the new TV station, radio TV station, because when I get all the music out of this library, which I'm almost done, it's good. Probably going to be another 2 or 3 days at least before I empty it completely. And then when the browser's empty, it switches over to the coolest network that you're ever going to see, because we're going to have TV and radio and whatever else they can think of. I think that my buddy Dave over there in the UK, who created all this in the first place, an alien, because he's a genius. He really is smart. So he's the one that makes all of this work. DJ iSizzle, I can't thank you enough. You're up next, brother. And stay safe until we talk again, bro.
All right, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
I appreciate you. He is cool as heck. And check this out, dude. You're going to love this. The song Makes Me. And this is the coolest drop ever made. And I'm going to double play it with my son's song because he's only got 1 and 2. And it's a double play Tuesday. But I get it in. It's the Robert Rivers Show drop from DJ iSizzle.
This is DJ iSizzle, and I'm listening to the Robert Rivers Show on Star Power Radio 107.6 WSPR. Thank you again for discovering my song, I Get It In, featuring Girl X Highlight. Yeah, I love how you support independent artists. Hey, you know what? I emailed you, and I thought to myself, you're too big. Yeah, you probably will never. But you know what? Come to find out, you supported what I do, and I appreciate you. DJ iSizzle checking in for the Robert Rivers Show. And by the way, make sure you donate to Robert, PayPal.me/Riverhead Radio 17. DJ iSizzle, the one and only Robert Rivers Show. Let's go.
It's your DJ's favorite DJ. DJ iSizzle.
Kicks ass. Stay tuned. Love DJ iSizzle. Let's get it in, baby. Stay tuned. Some good ones on the way.
I've been drinking too, I can never wake non-stop. Make some money so we can have fun. No matter where you're from, turn up, you're welcome. It's about to go down, let the beat drop. They're gonna look when we pull up. Running hard every day just to glow up. Manifest all the things that we pray for. And we can help but do one more. I get it in. We're not making enemies. Got a lot of friends in the premises. That's right. Seattle, let's ride. Let me get around. We can mingle all night. On the bangs, on the bucked out. They surprised I will walk that. Period. Ends up in the air when we got that. Get the money like my sucker. I get it in.
See what I'm talking about? Now, when you know somebody loves